Hello, hello. Oh yes, yes. I actually found a video at a Marcus Garvey march in the 90s. I was very dedicated. You see me in all my locks, my tie dye, looking at Erkabadu with the cloth, the shamu. It's just like wow. I was a dedicated person to consciousness. Seriously, I'm gonna go find the video. This is me doing my thing at the march. Hold up, let me find the screen. You'll see me. It's very quick though, mind you. I was very dedicated in the 90s too. Hi, and there's me with my children. So when I say I really was part of the movement, I really was part of the movement. I was part of the movement. I'm not just saying it. That was me. See, there I am with my children, with my daughter. That was in the 90s. I think the ending of the 90s. I was a Rasta woman, and I used to dress like Erica Badu. Um, this is the time when everybody was really quite deep in consciousness. I would say this is the early part of this is the coming down of the consciousness, I think. So I'm gonna let it play so you can see what's going on. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Lady Legs. You see me with my buggy, pushing my buggy, and my three children at the time. I was pushing the buggy, going through this march. Then I feel that's the only time there was unity amongst the conscious community in the UK. And this guy was Omawali. Um, there's El the Minka, Bongo Tete, which is now a different name. Aboo still doing his stuff. They're still doing their stuff. I think this is when it was really at its highest levels. This was the best time when the Marcus Garvey marches was at the best. I think there was more going on. People had more fire in their belly, ready to deal with whatever's going on. I just was like, oh, I remember when I thought when I didn't realize Abu did actually catch me and the children passing on the video until when I saw it. I can't remember a while back. Um, Abu normally archives all of the marches, all of the sun splashes, the Brixton sun splash. He archives a lot of stuff. Um, he's been around for years. He was running a radio station called WNK. Now it's Galaxy Afui station. Um, One of them's become a chief. Then there was Chief Umlock that used to come and pour libations. Prophet Kwaku. Before he was Prophet Kwaku, he was just Kwaku. Some of the youths has gone out, I think, out of the movement, but there's new ones coming up. So it's like, it's just interesting to watch these old things. See the old times when it was very high. So that's me and my daughter. Let me show me and my daughter. Me and my daughter walking. That's me and my daughter. Me and my daughter walking on the roads of Brixton, around the area of Brixton in the 90s, doing a march. So when I'm talking, I know what I'm talking. Sometimes, I mean, you forget half of the knowledge stuff, but you have to refresh. You refresh. So yeah. So the baby was up to mischief. What was you up to?
I know we hate fire, so I just put the fire down so I get to walk.
Oh, he was up to mischief. So these was the best times of Black Power, I would say. Now everybody's all about dressing up, being a hip hop artist and something. It's not the same. Like it ain't the same at all. It's not the same. But my daughter remembers all this stuff. She remembers all this. I think we was in it for a while, and because things was looking a little weird, we kind of we sort of took ourselves out of the equation. Lots of people dropped off. The ones who was around these times, most of them dropped off. Some died, some passed away, or whatever. And it was a good time. So I thought I'll show you the reason why I talk about certain things, because at the time I didn't used to really join in organizations, and I did go to a lot of forums, but I never joined in the forums. So it's always good to look back sometimes to remember the good old days, with the locks and the tie-dye, the headscarves. So when you see people such as Nature Boy who's saying they're doing stuff, even in Babylon, you can do stuff, but you just have to meet up with the right people to make things work. You know what I mean? So, and that's what egged me on to do a little bit of self-economics for a little while, because I was part of the nation, like I said. So I don't just talk off my chest. This for talking off my chest. It's not about boasting. It's just to show people there is nothing to prove. There's no proof or that. It's the work that you do, really. And then even when you are not doing nothing, or you are so-called armchair revolutionists, sometimes it's better to be an armchair revolutionist because you see more from the outside than when you're inside of it yourself. So therefore, right, you don't have to put on ears and graces. You don't have to talk a certain way. You don't have to be a certain way, because that's the problem with the Black Power movement. If you don't say certain greetings or whatever, or you don't have a headscarf, or you don't look like this, even though now they're a bit more expressive now with the looks and stuff, but it's not from the heart. It's not the same as when we was literally going to all the stuff, all the rallies, all the stuff, going to see Asara set in the park, going to see Chief Umlock pour libation. Nation of Islam was on it before they came Scientology, with the Scientology people. Rasta wasn't as disciplined, but they're disciplined. So this is how it was. It was very strong. I had one sister. The sister I used to roam with was Sister Naya. Me and Naya used to go to a few places. We saw Marimba Annie talking. I saw Ava Muhammad talk. I can't remember who else I saw talk. I didn't see Layla Africa. I didn't see General Seti because I went into General Seti. So when I'm seeing all these things now on the YouTube and people's talking about them, talking about the stuff they were doing, some of the stuff I didn't even see. I wasn't even interested in them at the time. So you know, so I just thought I'll show you this little video of me doing the march because some people can put on personas on here and say that they were part of the nation and they were part of this and they were part of that. But I know, but you can tell who was part of stuff by the stuff they put out. You can really tell. You know, things was different. It was much pure. Yeah, it was purer. There was no internet. That's what it was. There was no internet. So, you know, so these was the best times, you know. So this is me and my daughter walking through Brixton and me pushing a buggy. I think I had two children then. Two children, not three, two. So with that said, yeah, I just thought I'd show this little bit. Okay? So I'm gonna come back up. I gotta finish doing my download men. If you haven't subscribed to Ocean Yemi Media, download. Go to Ocean Yemi Media and subscribe. And there's other issues. I do talk about other issues as well. There is a censorship thing coming apparently that I heard through the grapevine through the Instagram. There's some kind of censorship thing coming through. They're gonna try to stop people's money on the social media platforms. The ones who's I'm gonna find a video and put it up so you can see for yourself. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will. I'll do that. Let me find it. I have to find it now. Yeah, this is the link to the other channel. Let me see if it's projected the other side because I know sometimes it looks like the studio or something. Let me see. To check it on the other side. Oh man, going the wrong. You hear my daughter sing. Yeah, that's the channel there. And because for a long time, right, people always talk about men being emasculated and stuff like that. And like I said, Nature Boy is a good example of a down low man. So that is why I what do you say, using him as an example, using down low men. Like there is a whole process to that. And it's not just a gay thing to a certain extent. They get emasculated in different ways. When they're going to prison one way, they come out the prison another way. So that's why I'm looking at it really. So I'm gonna try and finish up that because there are those eye-opening videos because to be honest, the alphabet people, when they talk, right, they tell the most truth, right, because they're in it. So that's how you have to look at it. It's all about the men being emasculated, the breaking up of the family situation. You know, like I said, it's all by design because when you see certain communities, they have the father, the mother, and the child, and our community is not like that. Like, our community seems to be the making of single mothers and single fathers in some cases, and um, so it all marries together. Anyhow, with any subject that we touch on, it all marries together because that's how you have to deal with us. That's how you have to find a solution. If you can't find a solution, at least you know in the long run what made it that way. Like Minister Farrakhan, for one, I can say, right, he always made sure his children was part of nation, then they followed his footsteps. Even though he had two wives, I think he had two wives, Mother Netta and the other wife, they were always present in the mosque with him. I think Mother Netta was his mother. I can't remember how it goes, but she was always present in the mosque. Now, when you look on some Rasta organizations, the men in the Rasta organizations have a lot of so-called baby mothers, right? And then, but some of the Rasta men do actually look after their children. They don't business with what's going on. They will take care of their children, whether the mother gives them problems or not. So it's just that for years, people they've been mashing up the family. So when when certain people, like when I was doing the conscious circuit, they used to down on the single mothers, but a lot of the single mothers used to turn up to the marches, to the forums, to the seminars. They used to really be put in the work. So I know for a fact and experience from experience that how they break down the family, and sometimes even though the organization's supposed to make the families come together, they end up mashing the family themselves. So they follow the same they're saying they're fighting against, they end up becoming, which me and my daughters come to that conclusion. So this is why I'm looking at men emasculation, because I also have a son too. So I know lots of people. I was told something the other day, and and that's not why I decided to look at the down low men. It's not just to have a go at them or have a bash at them, because some of them, like as you will hear the stories, they went into the prison straight and they come out different. And then after a while now, right, they say to themselves they're not that way. So um and my thing is they should tell a woman that they are that way. Don't be having me there and you're going to see a man. You know what I mean? So that's how I think. But anyway, I'm starting to sound like, speak on my soapbox. But on the other channel, I will bring stuff over to the other channel. So you'll probably see the thing twice, but it's okay. Right, you just like it and go through, and then or comment underneath it, and then then you go through. A lot of the men are turned off looking after children by women who fight against them. General our men do look. Yeah, some of the men do actually play their father roles. It's just that they're not spoken about. They're not on the social media. The only time you'll see them do that is during that IG shows the father combing the daughter's hair, will show the father running with the toddler. I haven't seen that on the YouTube. No one's posted that on the YouTube. That's a positive thing. A mother and father and child. It's not a negative. It's not a negative image. They want negative images. That's what they want. So to them, they they would rather we we all be in like how we are now. So like I said, everything's all by design anyway. Everything's all by design. So I'm not gonna linger on here long. I just thought I'll show and let people know what's going on and about the other channel and why I'm doing the down low men, It's all part of the family in a kind of a way. I know Umar Johnson at one point. He was on the podium, and something was spoken about the, I call them the alphabet community, and and he spoke back to her. But if you look at it the other way, if you turn it the other way, there's the buck breaking, the buck breaking. They broke the men in front of the women. They would sodomize the man in front of the woman. So um if you really check it out, then there's a book called Forbidden Love, written by a slave owner. So when people say, slavery didn't exist, oh, I've debunked it. There's a book called Forbidden Love where the slave owner wrote about his escapades with this with the slave women. So I remember someone talking about that years ago, but no one talks about them things. They just seem to wash over what's going on, and you have to look at things different. Like with this evidence of stuff that's around the place, like in England, there's Black Boy Street. There's certain places where they dot. Greenwich Market is what they used to sell them. You can see the spaces here. There's a university here. They probably did loads of examinations on them. I know I know some Americans don't know about this. In America, they do have spaces, like they was doing plantation weddings on actual plantations. So how can people not say that these atrocities wasn't done? The only difference with us is that we tend to forgive and forget very easily. That's what I think. And I don't know. I can't put into words right now, because I'm not going on my soapbox. It's not about speech and speaking down to people. Everybody have their own belief and their own understanding and knowledge or whatever. We all come from different schools of thought. So from what I know, from what I heard, or what I know, or what I've seen in the past, there was in England they have loads of records of stuff, right? Because the Queen paid, I think the Queen, I can't remember, Victoria, one of them. She gave money out so they can go and get the boats and whatever. So I don't know why. Anyway, it's a different time. Anyway, I don't even want to go there because I don't want to be rude to nobody. I don't want to be feisty to any community, particularly because you see it in your face. They want us to be going back in the plantation picking cotton. That's what they want, and that's why they keep saying certain stuff and doing certain stuff, especially online. Like, you know what I mean? So they like to this march here will be known as a black extremist to them. When there is extremists, like, there's extremists, there's a lot of extremists, there's all different types of extremists. So I'm just saying, yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna come off. Let me see what you're saying. I've been on earth long enough and I've witnessed fathers crying over children and they are not allowed. Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard so much stories about that. I'm even gonna look into that, the single father stuff, because people talk about single mothers, right? I could put myself in that category too myself. But no one talks about the single fathers. And when they do talk about the single fathers, there's always like the fathers slaughtering the mother and the children. It's always like in that respects. They are broken. They are broken. They are broken. Everything. It is considered extreme. It is. Now, another thing is that how now these times now, right? It wasn't like you wouldn't really see certain people when when there was drumming going on. You would not see certain people drumming with you. Now it's like the norm. It's normal. It's like, and I'm thinking, to me, it's like you're giving away your culture, yourself. to people. Some things you have to don't give. Like Asians don't give away all themselves to the people. They keep certain things, you know what I mean? They keep to themselves, like in a kind of way. Even in Trinidad, the Asians and Guyanese, they keep to themselves. They keep their traditions to themselves. They don't share it out to the world. And even if you are invited to something, you're just there. You're just there as a visitor. You're visiting. That's it. Now we have to give away everything, 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 everything. It's ridiculous, and that's why I feel now it's coming up to 20 2023, whatever. Now we're seeing how people really feel. You know what I mean? So you just have to I think like it's all about the unity. Some people you can unify with, and some people you can't. So you have to find like my friend will say, you have to find your own tribe. You have to find the people who is for you, who you can link with, because when you find your tribe and those people are really really for you, then you're good. So no matter how far you are in the world or where you are in the world, at least like people still have your back. Yeah, exactly. So it's the same with the ether system. The ether system is mixed up now. It has loads of different faces in there. Though I can understand the Brazilians going over to Nigeria. I get all that. It's like you're giving the powers to the other side. Why are you giving away your power? There's a video with a white Sangoma. She became a Sangoma. There's a couple white Sangomas on here. Why are you giving away your powers? You know, you're giving away your powers after they fight against you, looked at you as a heathen. Like, come on now. Like, I could go on. I could go on. No, there's no mashed potato. I got hungry. Yeah, I got waffle. I'll give you waffle. Anyways, I'm gonna go give this girl her waffle. So I will see you later. Yes, just turn up on the other channel. Because there be other stuff covered. I think the single father thing needs to be covered. It's a hole in it. It's a hole. So so even me, when I'm doing these videos, I learn a lot myself too. So it's not like I'm just talking for the sake of talking. I feel it's something that we all need to know, really. And also check out Tripsy. She's doing all the Nature Boy stuff. Ramel's doing all the Young Pharaoh stuff. S.L. Davis. Who else is there? Cola James. Immortal Morals. Max. Dice. Can't think who else. There's a lot of peoples. So, and I might just do open panels again, because I did get put off by putting peoples on panels. So I will try and get back to those days, so we can have a few people on the panel. I'll only allow 3 per person. 3 people on here. It won't be a lot of people, so people can sound their voices. Hood Therapy, I know she's been part of organization too, and I can't remember who else was part of an organization. There was somebody who was part of an organization in the past. I think I did see somebody else, but I hope he turns up too and sound his voice. And God Body as well have a younger understanding of stuff. So even if God Body turns up, speaks from the American point of view, there's actually quite a few Americans that is on the subs, so we can hear both sides, the UK and America. Okay, there's I think Navi. Oh yeah, the Sudanam, So Amma. Hear from her point of view as she's from that island. So that's how I'm gonna deal with this now, so we all can hear how each of us feel, coming from different parts of the world. You know what I mean? No, half of the world across the seas. So that's how I'm gonna deal with it. to be honest. And I'll put on. Oh yeah, I get Tripsy's because she's coming from Georgia. She has a better a scope of certain stuff. I think Ramel, I can't remember what part he's from. There's different states. All states done consciousness differently. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna come off and go give my baby the waffle. So I will see you later. Bye. Thanks for watching, by the way. Thanks for watching.